Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am your host, Johnny on the Track, and this is Best Bets and Drivers to Watch for at Richmond for the second Richmond race of the season, coming off an amazing weekend. You can check out my live reaction to when Kevin Harvick won that race. Kevin Harvick, our bet, wins at Michigan. Check out the video I posted via YouTube Shorts on the channel. You can check out that reaction from the final lap. Awesome weekend. We had a Bubba Wallace top 5 and Eric Jones top 10, and obviously Harvick hit with the win there. So let's continue that momentum into this weekend. Like I said, second race at Richmond. And what is this one called? I don't have the name of what it's called. So the first one was called the Toyota Owners 400. This one will also be a 400-mile race. It is the Federated Auto Parts 400 this Sunday. Okay, so feeling pretty confident. I think one of our winning bets will hit, and I'm hoping both, if not just one of these top 10s hits as well. So let me get right into it. The other thing I want to point out too is if you are wondering, let's say, for instance, I put in a late bet, make sure you check out and download the Action Network app. You're just going to look up Johnny on the Track on Action Network, and you will be able to follow all of my bets. And that's that way too. If I post anything day of, after practice and qualifying, be sure to check it out, and you can match it there. So that's where you can find all my bets. The crazy thing about what we do on this show is I'm making these bets before practice, before qualifying, and we are still winning. So, I mean, one, that makes me feel like what I'm looking at and what I've seen with this next gen car continues to be right. But again, I mean, this next gen car is an unknown. So if by chance I say, I don't know, I'm not feeling that bet, Action Network, Johnny on the Track, you can check out all my bets there. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So the first bet and winner I am looking at this week, plus 1,200, that is Ryan Blaney. Started on the pole for the first Richmond race and led the most laps there. He finished with the second most points throughout the day, pretty much dominated all of stage one. Also, so the similar tracks I'm looking at this weekend with Richmond, obviously we already have a Richmond race that we can look at. We can look at Phoenix and I think New Hampshire, the other two that I think flatter, right around that 1 mile mark. Richmond a little less than that, but I think those are good indications of what we will see. That's what I use for New Hampshire, those metrics, and it seemed to turn out pretty good. So Blaney win plus 1,200. Finished fourth at Phoenix, had good runs, Nashville and Gateway as well. These smaller tracks tend to be where this year Ford has run better. So I think Blaney definitely could lock himself in with a win this weekend. I love those odds, plus 1,200. The other man looking now, well, Blaney actually is still in the playoffs just on points, but the guy now on the outside looking in is Martin Truex Jr. plus 650. These two guys are my top two. I think one of them will win and clinch their way into the playoffs. Truex started on the pole at New Hampshire, dominated 75 to 80% of that race. A bad call, only taking a couple tires there at the end, kind of cost him that race and screwed him. But if they bring that New Hampshire car to this track, I think Truex will be the best car throughout the day. He finished fourth at Richmond earlier this year, won stage 2, collected the most points that day, just could not get it done. So I think if Truex brings that New Hampshire car to this Richmond race, he will be just fine. I think he can win this thing. I like one of those two, Blaney and Truex. Those are my top two bets. I'm going to go to Christopher Bell, plus 800 for a win. He's been fast everywhere this year, finished 6th at Richmond, obviously won the New Hampshire race in early July. And let's not forget the interesting thing about Christopher Bell. He's won a couple Xfinity races at Richmond, won back-to-back Xfinity races at Richmond. So Christopher Bell is a sneaky good pick. His odds are not what I'd like. I would have liked him around plus 12 to 1,500. But that 20 team just continues to show the speed. So Christopher Bell will be fast. It's just, can he make the right call? I saw it coming at New Hampshire. I can see it coming this weekend at Richmond for his second win of the season. My fourth bet, another winning bet, plus 2,000, William Byron. Started on the front row here earlier this year, ended up just finishing third. Just didn't have enough for Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick at the end of that race. The new tires seemed to play a vital part of this race and strategy. This turned out to be a strategy race. It was really cool to see some of the best battle in terms of strategies earlier this year. I hope it's a similar race strategy. Maybe fuel could play a big part. That was one of really the only strategy races this year. And that was awesome. So hopefully, we can see that again. But plus 2,000 for Willie B. Started on the front row, finished third. I think he kind of threw away that race. And I think if, just a smarter decision by he and the team, I think they can get it done this weekend. I really like those odds, plus 2,000. And then my final bet, I actually would put this Harvick bet in front of the Byron bet. I would put Byron as my fifth favorite to win. So we can move Harvick up. Harvick plus 2,000, last weekend's winner, and a guy that just can get hot fast. The minute one win comes, we're going to start to see a lot come from Kevin Harvick. He finished second here earlier this year, was the fastest overall in green flag speed. And how Kevin Harvick would it be to go back to back after not winning a race since like the pandemic year? I just think that would be the most Harvick thing of all time. So Harvick plus 2,000, great odds. If you can get him right now at that, I think you take a chance on that. Two top 10 bets, both Fords, both Stewart-Haas Racing Fords, Briscoe and Almirola. So Briscoe, I think Ford overall will show up this weekend. Briscoe won Phoenix, finished 11th here earlier this year. I really like the value at plus 150. I think Ford overall is going to show a lot of speed, as they tend to have this year at these similar sort of tracks. Joey Logano obviously winning Gateway. Another indication of that. Ryan Blaney having his speed earlier this year at Richmond. So I like Briscoe. And then Almirola, he's a guy that's kind of built his reputation on super speedways, and then tracks like these shorter to 1 mile area tracks. He's thrived at these tracks. He's got 2 top 5s in his career at Richmond, 7 top 10s. This 10 team continues to qualify well. It's just been a string of bad luck that has kind of hurt this 10 season. He was off to a really hot start. Halfway through the season, he was one of the best guys pointing his way into the playoffs, and then kind of hit a rough patch, had a really fast car at New Hampshire. And then I think blew an engine or something. So you look at Almirola here. I think they're going to bring a fast car. This is a track that Eric has had great success at in the past. Didn't finish well here earlier, but a lot of that had to do with how this race played out. But in terms of speed, Eric was pretty fast. So I think an Almirola plus 150 top 10 is a great bet as well. So let me go through these again. I'm going to put them in the order of which I like. Number 1, Blaney plus 1,200 for the win. Truex after that plus 650 for the win. Bell plus 800 for the win. Harvick plus 2,000 for the win. And Byron comes in 5th at plus 2,000 for a win. Top 10s, I look at Chase Briscoe plus 150, Eric Almirola top 10 plus 150. Hopefully both those top 10s will hit, and one of these winners will hit, and we will have a great weekend. But like I said, I might throw a top 5, a top 3 bet in there. Just follow Johnny on the track on Action Network, or you can follow at JOTT_podcast on Twitter for my betting card that drops Sunday mornings. All right, sweet. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate that I've seen a steady increase in viewers as I continue to do this, so that's awesome. And the comments, have been great. We continue to have fun, doing well on these things. So Appreciate you guys. Put what you guys think in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe for more content. Thanks.